Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today we're finally going to plant my new vajayga bed. We put it together, I think it was a couple of days ago, just before we dipped down into the 30s, and I watered it in and just kind of let it settle. So now we've got a table full of plants that are ready to plant, and let me show you what we have that we're going to put in it. Now this planter is the original Greenstalk planter. It's got deep planting holes. It looks dry on the top, but it is actually still quite wet underneath. So we did get it watered in good enough to plant. And we just put the water in the top and let it drain down through the base. Every once in a while I will actually go through and hand water any of the individual pockets that are extra dry. Sometimes if I leave it pointing towards the sun, that side will dry out just a little bit more than the others. Like this guy right here. No, it's not too dry, so it's doing fine. But I love all the things that I've put into this planter. It's got a few empty pockets. I might throw a few bean seeds into those or something. We'll have to see. Actually, this one's not empty. This one, I think, has a calendula trying to come up. Anyway, this is what we have right here left to plant. This flat over here are tomatoes that I'm going to either sell or give away. I don't know how many more people need tomatoes, but those are all my extras. These are my ashwagandha, and we'll do a separate video on those in a couple of days. We're going to be planting these around my garden bed. Looks like it got some cold damage last time I put it out here. Maybe we've got some bugs on it. Dang it. Well, anyway, we're going to need to be planting these. It's already flowered and setting seed, so we'll do another video on those. But this little grouping right here is going to go into the Greenstalk, including some bean seeds. Now you can grow a whole bunch of different things in Greenstalks. The ones with the deeper planting pockets, you can even do carrots and beets. And I might try that. I'm just going to plant these first and see how they do. I'm also going to put a few of these out in the front too, because I have some empty pockets in my Greenstalk in the front. I've got to think about that a little bit because I might want to put some more strawberries in that one. But let's get planting and I'll show you what I'm putting in there. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is feed the local hummingbirds. We've got some annual salvia right here that the hummingbirds absolutely love. Plus I have some pineapple sage that I love, so that's going to go in the top layer. So let's get that planted. Now these are looking pretty good. The roots are a little wet. You know, they've been soaking all day because it's been so hot, but it's really easy to plant in here. You just dig out the dirt. I use the pocket next to it to put the dirt into. Put the plant in, make sure it's level. Let me show you here. So I'm planting it to the level it was in its pot. So we'll just add the dirt around that. Push it down, make sure it's on both sides. And there we have it planted. Now I'm also going to put some of my chamomile up at the top because I think that'll be really pretty with the white flowers. Next thing that I'm going to plant is a blue curly kale because I really do love kale, as you can tell. My other planter is almost all kale, but this one is blue. And this is the one that I use the most, and I don't have any on my property, I don't think. Well, actually I have a couple up at the top garden, but I definitely use more than just that. So I'm going to plant some of this in this planter. Now in planting these planters, I try to use sort of my design principles where I am dispersing the color around the pots as the best that I can. So I may need to move one of these, but anyway, we've got some color all the way around. The blue kale will add really nice color and texture. Next thing that I'm going to add is my marigolds that I started by seed, and these have really suffered in the pot, so I'm hoping that they do better once they're in this planter. I'm also going to add my purple Ruffles basil. I think this is really pretty, and if it survives, I'm hoping it survives, it'll add some more really gorgeous color and texture and is also edible. We also have a taller purple opal basil. It's just a little bit different look and a little bit different scent and flavor. And now we have three types of beans that I'd like to plant. We've got my dragon tongue that I really like. We've got one that's called Magic Bean Mix. It's got all different colors in it. And then Contender that I've heard is a really good one for flavor. So we're going to put beans, I think, in the rest of the pots and see how that goes. And we'll put 2 beans in each pod. And one thing I forgot to mention is all of these beans are bush beans. None of these are climbers, so they're just going to kind of hang over the edge of the pot. There we go. Each one of these pots is filled, and I'm excited to see how it looks when it all fills out, and I will give you an update when it's done. So I would love to know if you guys have green stalks. If you have gotten a green stalk, I'd love to hear what you've planted in it. And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe, share them with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.